What's good, folks? We back. Today, we're gonna be ranking every character in The Walking Dead from evil to good. So, listen. At the top of the list, we got Angel in a Wasteland. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna have some really high standards with this. So, first up, we got Molly. Now, when you think about the good deeds Molly did, she did help Lee and them find the battery. And, she's all about survival. I feel like a big part of her character was her little revenge arc. Listen, she wanted to go back to Crawford, get all types of get back. She was trying to wreak havoc on that doctor. And I feel like she was a little distraught when that man already got packed up by the zombies. So, I gotta say, she been through something. She alright, and I'll put Molly and morally lost. Listen, she not the greatest person in the world. Mostly good. I can't say she's mostly good. Because at the same time, most of her problems that she tries to solve, it's reflected around herself. So yeah, Molly, I put her in morally lost. Not good, not bad. Kind of in the neutral zone. Now we got Vernon. Now Vernon, this is a special case. Although he did betray you, he is a backstabber. He is trying to help out his group in the way that he see fit. I feel like if we were in his shoes, we wouldn't be as mad. So I'm going to say, listen, the backstabbing was bad. But he was trying to get the medicine for his people, so I don't think he really that bad of a guy. Still want to smack him upside his head, but he not that bad of a guy. So Vernon, I'm gonna go with mostly good.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I know, it sounds crazy, but if you actually think about the circumstances he in, hey, he saw opportunity and he took it. Listen, when I look at these characters, I gotta look it through their point of view. And from his point of view, I feel like he had good intentions and he was went about it a scheming way. You know what, now that I think about it, I might be tripping for real. I'm gonna say survival over morals. Yeah, I was tripping because ain't no way I'm putting Vernon over Molly. Hey, now let's talk about one of the villains. We talking about Badger. Now Badger, his good deeds, shoot, I can't even think of none if I'm being honest. He enforces what Jonah wants, and this man, it seems like he's just there to cause chaos. I'm not gonna lie. I will say, during this death scene, I didn't feel a lick of. I'm a certified menace. I don't think he pure evil. You know what? He might just be. We might move him down later in the video, but right now I'm gonna put him as a certified menace because this guy, hey man, he is brutal and he killed one of the coolest characters off. So yeah, you know what? Certified menace for now. It might move though. It might move. Next up, we got Omid. Now Omid, this man, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Let's be honest. Omid, let's look at the way he look out on life. This man, he seemed like he living his best life. Even though in the apocalypse, he's still positive. Hey, if you could be positive in the apocalypse, I give you a big round of applause. Cause ain't no way. Like this man, I don't think he done anything morally wrong. I don't remember him shooting nobody. I don't remember none of that. This guy, he just a good guy. And he was a bit too much of a good guy. Cause at the end of the day, if he would have tackled the girl with the gun, and I don't know, body slammed on top of the sink, he would have still been alive. You know what? Angel in a Wasteland. Angel in a Wasteland. Omid, hey, rip on me, man. Rip on me. That's a real one right there. Now we got Sam. Pure evil. The betrayal of Clem. This man right here, he really bit. Nah, I'm not putting him in pure evil. I'm not. Listen, Sam, he is a dog, but he ain't got that dog in him to keep being loyal. But I'm gonna say survival over morale. He does whatever it takes to survive. He aged bitter over time. I understand it though. He went through a whole lot. He lost everything. He saw a can of beans. He said, forget whoever gave it to me. Forget who fed me. I'm taking these beans, whether they like it or not. And yeah, so Sam, I gotta give him survival over morale. He's straight survival. Now, Luis. So, Luis, he's a good guy. He also has a positive look on life like Omid. And he didn't catch his first body till the final season. So, only because he didn't catch his first body, he not in Angel of the Wasteland. Hey, yes, he got a little mad when Marlon got his head blown off, but that's understandable for real. It's that man's best friend, but you know, I'm putting him in mostly good. Hey, if he didn't pop Shorty, yeah. And to be honest, if we count his entire backstory, he used to be a certified menace. Cause ain't no way. Listen, if you don't remember Luis' backstory, apparently his parents, they basically just threw money at the man, never gave him attention, and he did everything in his power to make them have a divorce, and he really messed up their money. So I gotta say, he used to be a certified menace. He used to be down here with Badger, but he changed as a person, so I'm putting him in mostly good. Now we got Christina. Now Christina, she's a good character, you know. She's not as nice as Omid. Her outlook is a little different, and she did catch a couple bodies. I'm not gonna lie, hey, she got get back for Omid. She got get back for him. So you know, I can't put her in Angel of Wasteland, and it seems like she's more willing to do what it takes and make the hard choices. So I gotta put her in morally lost. But Christina, she really on the borderline of mostly good and morally lost. You know, she was going through listen, she changed as a character. She was going through something, and you know, it makes you a little colder, and that's my favorite type of characters. So yeah, morally lost. She's not in the survival mode only, cause she's still caring. We can see that. Now we got Ben. That boy Ben. Okay, so Ben, I ain't gonna lie. With Ben, I'm gonna say survival over morale. Hey, if you think about it, the only thing this man cares about is surviving in his own little sick and twisted way. I ain't saying Ben an evil person, but you know, at the end of the day, it's him or the next person above. Because this man, he did leave Clementine all alone with them zombies, because he was like, hey, I gotta survive. I'm not worried about you for real. He did do it mostly because he's scared, and his character development did show in later seasons. Listen, here's the thing with survival and morale. I feel like over time, he got better. He got better. So I'm for Ben over here. He at the bottom of morally lost though. He almost on survival, but since he did have some character development in his days, we gotta put old Ben right there. Now we got Minerva. Now with Minerva, this one tough. This is actually tough, because I honestly think that she did go sour. She did get brainwashed, but at the end of the day, she did want her brother, and hey, it's messed up. It's actually messed up, but I feel like her reasonings, it made it a little better. And we do know that she caught her own body. Listen, she had to put Minerva up out of there. So I gotta say, survival and morales for Minerva. You know what? Certified menace. Certified menace. Hey, I gotta be honest with myself. I'm looking at it from the outside in. She was like, okay, she already done popped Minnie. Now she wanna take 10 with her. Hey, that's a menace right there. Even though it is good in her mind, she's still a certified menace. Not on the level of Badger, but we putting her right there. Now we got James. With James, you know, his best friends are the walkers, and he care about them. That's why he keep them in barns and keep them stinking things around. But I gotta say, James, he's not an evil person. And in his eyes, he's an angel in the wasteland. But I feel like, bro, hey, I'll put you in morally lost. I'll put you at the top of it though, because honestly, his outlook on life, although I don't think it's my cup of tea, I'll say he has the best thing in mind. And you know what? Since he tried to see the best in Lily, I'll put him in mostly good. Now we got Marlon. Now with Marlon, most people, they probably say he's pure evil. He's a menace. I say he was doing what he thought was right, and I'll put him in survivors over morales. And you know what? Over him, he almost morally lost. You know what? He not that good. I'll put him underneath Sam, because what he did, it is kind of like a certified menace, I'm not gonna lie, but it's the point that he did it in. I feel like he's just trying to survive. He knows what he's doing is a bad thing, and he's not the most terrible person. So I gotta say, survival over morale. Decent person. He might even be a good guy for real. But after what we saw and what he did, and bro really one-siding people like he Goku, I gotta say, yeah, you're gonna have to go in survival over morale. Now, David. Now with David, survival over morale. This is the perfect thing for David. This guy, all he cares about is survival. He does care about his family, but I feel like that's a given. He doing whatever it takes for his family, and it's respectable. David, he not really an evil person. I don't agree with him too much, but yeah. Now we talking about Gabe. Now we talking about Javier. Javier, most of us, we was probably a menace with. We was probably a certified menace with this man. And I'm gonna base this off my playthrough. And off my playthrough, I got Gabe and David packed up. So yeah, GG's to them. I gotta say, morally lost. You know, for my playthrough, survival over morale. We did what it took to survive. And we wanted this guy to get up out the picture. So yeah, I will say though, Javier, his range vary. He could either be mostly good, morally lost, or survival or morale. And I gotta agree with this. So now we got Kenny. Now Kenny, you might be thinking, Angel in a Wasteland. I hope you're not thinking Angel in a Wasteland, because we all know good and well this man does not deserve that. But from his standpoint, he is doing everything he can. He's definitely not mostly good like these characters, because hey, he did pack up Jane. You know, somewhat understandable. I gotta say, this man, he was off the cuckoo rails, but at the end of the day, I feel like he was just trying to survive. And I gotta say, I'm gonna put him right underneath Vernon. Him and Vernon, I feel like, yeah, they about the same when it comes to the balance of good and evil. They both doing what they think is the most necessary thing for their group, and you know, they take his opportunities. They both opportunistic. So yeah, Kenny, you getting survival of morale. Now we talking about Kate. Now with Kate, here's the thing. Most people, they probably like, she probably ain't mostly good or something like that. What the hell she done good? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Now listen, from the start, she over here battling with David brother. And you know, that's such a whole weird relationship. Because when I think about this woman married this man. This woman right here, Kate. She married this man, brother. And she over there trying to get freak nasty with him. You know what? Certified menace. Certified menace. That's what Kate is. She is trying to survive. You know, I might be being too hard. Because she's not a killer like these folks. She's not. Actually, she is. Because she boomed. She boomed the place, bruh. She one of the reasons why that place got boomed. I'm putting her right here. You know, certified menace. I put her below Minerva. Yeah. Hey, say what you want. She got the bodies to prove it. She got the freakiness to prove. Certified menace. There we go. Hey, I ain't think Kate would be this low neither. I even think I kind of rock with Kate, but hey, she here now. Now we talking about Trip. Now with Trip, I feel like Trip, he a simple man. He just want Eleanor, and he want to survive. So morally lost, cause you know he did try to. He was ready to piece up Javier. He didn't do nothing too crazy, but you know Trip, I'm putting below Molly, cause I think Molly, she had more good intentions than Trip, and Trip, he's just a neutral guy. I feel like he just living to live. Now we talking about Bill. Now Bill, as for anything bad or good he did, I feel like he did some good. He did good without noticing it, because he really got people prepared. And he went out like, hey, he went out trying to save somebody. I'm putting him in mostly good. Now listen, I know prior back in Bill day, he caught a bunch of bodies, but we ain't worried about back in his day. In the game, this man, he's a good guy. So I'm putting him mostly good. Right over here. Now, we talking about Abel. Now, Abel, this is a tricky case. Because, yes, I did feel sorry for him. But this man, he was a menace all the way through the game. So, I gotta say, certified menace. I might be being too harsh on him. Because at the same time, he was just working for Lily. And I don't think he wanted to kill nobody. Bro, this man, he boot kicked AJ so many times. It's like, golly. Like, do you see the way this man boot kicking AJ? He a menace for that. I'm gonna put him low menace though, low menace. Cause when it comes to bodies, I don't think he got that many. He probably do. But as for the game, we didn't see him get that many bodies. I'm gonna say below Minerva. Yeah, Minerva is more Minerva a little bit better than him when it comes to morale. Now we got Rudy. Rudy, honestly, I don't have too much to say. She slapped bro who tried to get with her, and it's understandable. As for a good person, I'll give it to her. I'll say she a good person. I'll say she mostly good. There's nothing that she done wrong that I can really speak upon. I mean, we do know her past, but all these Erickson boarding school people, we already know that they had a bad past, but as we see them, they seem like good people. Now, we got Alvin. I know I give Alvin a hard time, but Alvin, he's a good guy. Hold up. He's a good guy. I had to think for a second. But Alvin, he seems like a good guy, and it's sad what happened to him. I'll put him over Luis. You know what? I don't know though. I don't know. This is the reason I gotta say this thing about Alvin, because Alvin, we gotta really know the situation. You can't judge a book by its cover. I'm thinking Rebecca was with Carver, and then Alvin came and swooped in, because Carver seemed hurt. At the end of the day, she ended up with Alvin. So I think Alvin, hey, I'm put him over Bill, because he ain't catch no bodies. He been chilling the whole game. He seemed like an alright person, just kind of lazy. Alvin probably spit that game on Rebecca. He didn't care about the morals at that point. You know, morale. No, I'm putting him right here. I'm putting him under Bill. Now we talking about Reggie. Reggie did try to help the group escape, and he lost an arm during it. So I gotta say, he belongs. I'll put him in mostly lost. Morally lost. Because he did try to help the group escape, and he put his own survival to the side to help others. So I gotta say, morally lost. I don't think he did enough to make me call him a good guy. Hey, rip Reggie though, rip Reginald. Alright, let me go back to Gabe, because listen, Gabe is here because I got beef with this man. We all know this, but if I'm being honest, Gabe, he didn't catch a body. So all these people, they caught bodies. Gabe, he can't be here. So I'm gonna put him. What has he done good though? That's the problem with Gabe. What has Gabe done that was good in the game? Has he ever helped anybody out? Or has it all been for his own survival? Ooh, you know what? I'm putting him survival over morale. I'm putting him at the bottom, because I think he low-key a certified menace. But yeah, I'm putting him over here. Let's talk about Norman. Norman from McConan. She's a villain, and she's a quite unique villain in my taste. So honestly, I think she's not as evil as people say she is. Because, you know, she was just wanting her brother back at the end of the day, and people were stealing from her, and she did what was necessary. See, survival morale. All she cared about is surviving and helping her people out. I put her right next to David. They basically the same type of character for real. Now, Carlos. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Carlos, get your head back down. I'll say Carlos, although he's trying to be this good guy, he's trying to be the good guy that's real tough. He's morally lost. I wouldn't say he's good or evil. He's kind of in that neutral zone, and he remind me of Ben a bit. Listen, I know he trying to help people out, but at the same time, he trying to help people out. He mostly care about his group. And you know, honestly, I'm not finna put him in survival or morale, because clearly he don't care too much about survival the way he raising his daughter. So I'm gonna leave him in morally lost. This man, he gotta figure some stuff out. Now we got Troy. Now Troy, if you know Troy, he kinda tried to go on a redemption arc, but then he got packed up after that. He was slapping Clem around. He was this carving little minion. Certified menace. Cause I'm pretty sure he caught a body. And he's not as bad as these people, but he's kind of a mean person in a way. Because, hey, he was punching everybody left and right, so I can't put him on anything higher than this. Now we got Lee Everett. Now Lee had to build up anticipation, but Lee, he can be a whole lot different. I feel like in his playthrough, Listen, you could pick up so many things. I feel like the best person you could be is probably more, cause Lee could be mostly good, cause he can leave everybody. Listen, he could leave the Andy St. John family alive. He could leave them be, and if you do that, I'll put you in mostly good, cause that's kind of insane. You leaving all the enemies alive, but at the end of the day, you do gotta catch a body. So at mostly good. I'll say the worst. Listen, the most evil this man could be is probably survival of morale. Same as Javier. Listen, both these characters, they could be mostly good or survival of morale. But I will say, listen, it varies so much. But I'm going with the best case scenario. Best case scenario, you let Andy St. John live. You let the other John family live. And you chilling. You really forgive people. And with Javier, I'm going to put him in the same spot. You know what? Javier, he can forgive as well. So I'm going to put these in the most pivotal spots. If you really trying to be the good guy, hey, you could get them here. But remember, if you really trying to be the survival type of person like I am, they probably be in survival with morales. Now, we talking about Sean. Now, Sean, Angel in the Wasteland. Now, Sean, we didn't see enough for him to really get a good response of who he is. But I'm gonna put him in mostly good. The little time that we did see of him, he helped you catch a ride. He tried to fix the little fence and then duck ran this man over a tractor. So, rip Sean. I kind of wish we would got to see more of him. But yeah, GG's, man. Mostly good. Now we got Carver. I done said it a lot of times already. But if we going off the Carver we see, he's pure evil. Ugh. Like, he made Carlos slap the hell out of Sarah. And he also slapped the hell out of Clint. Like, he was back. He giving out backhands like Oprah. Like, I don't know what this man got going on. But he was crashing out. I gotta put him pure evil. Listen, I did that because Lee did crash out. Lee did crash out. He was on his Carver time before the game even started. So I'm putting him in morally lost. Hey, it's fine. It's, you know, high morally lost. But now back to Carver. He was crashing out when we saw him, and he didn't have no type of sense of empathy or anything. So I'm putting him pure evil. Now we got Jane. Jane survive. I'm putting her survival over morale. She's almost a certified menace. You know what? I'll put her a little bit higher. Right there. Cause I think Marlon had more of an interest in protecting other folks, and that's something that Jane really lacked. She was really survival first, and I gotta say, it's an understandable trait, and I feel like it's kind of messed up what she did if you did choose to stay with her, leaving Clem alone with AJ. But I'll put her here because it really fits her. She want to be alone, and she like survival first. That's what she do. That's what she all about. Now we got Lily. Now Lily, she is a menace. She did become that way through trials and tribulations, and she did fall off in looks. Like, she really used to be a baddie. What the hell she look like this for now? God damn, she's spoiled like milk. But I gotta say, with her, I don't want to put her pure evil. Because at the end of the day, she didn't want to kill these folks. She didn't want to catch a single body. She just wanted to help them. Not help them, but she wanted to brainwash them for them to fight in her little war against what is supposed to be a group even worse than them. So you know what? Survival over morale. Since she cared about a group of folks, I'll put her over Jane. And I'll put her under Marlon. Yeah, Lily, although she don't look as bad as she used to, hey, she always thinking about survival first. And I'll put her right there. You know, it's a good little spot. Now we talking about Jesus. Now, I gotta say, I'm sure he caught a body, so hey, you gotta be a great person to get in Angels in the Wasteland. I gotta say morally lost, because you know, he probably caught a couple bodies, and you know, they you know, he is fighting for a good cause. So I'll put him over here. I'll put him over here. No, I'll put him in morally lost. Yeah, right over there. Because listen, we gotta have some high standards here. Really high standards. And he ain't really showing enough. He ain't showing enough good deeds. He showed some good deeds, and he was helping out. He was very useful. But as for labeling him a mostly good person, as for labeling him, I'm putting him mostly good. I'm gonna give it to him, because the short time we see, he is a good person. And if Sean get to be in here, yeah, he deserves to be in here too. Now, the doctor geeked out his body. This guy right here, he's kind of a menace, but I feel like he don't really care about survival. That's the thing. He don't care about survival. He just lost in his own little world. So I'm gonna put him in the neutral zone. Morally lost. He's not good nor bad. He going through something, man. I kind of feel sorry for the doc. Somebody give that man some milk, bro. Like, he's not a bad guy. Now, girl who shot Omid, pure evil. Evil. Nah, she not that evil. It seemed like she was just scared, trying to take advantage of the world around her. And I put her in survival over morale, because at the end of the day, she was trying to survive the way she knew how. She saw an opportunity and she took it. And decent character trait right there. And she got popped for it. So yeah, rip old meat killer. We ain't even know her name. But yeah, I'll put her, yeah, right there, over Jane too. Now we talking about Randall. Now with Randall, he's from Maconan. This guy, he is a menace, and he does drive somebody else a little mad, and he makes somebody else catch the body. I really don't like him, and I gotta say, certified menace, it fit him perfectly. It fit him nicely. This guy, terrible person, man, terrible person. And he was a sidekick to Norman. I gotta say, out of the two brothers and sister, this guy, he was definitely the menace of the group. And I'll put him right over here. Now we got Carly. I'm putting her in mostly good, because I'm high mostly good, because she didn't do nothing too crazy. She tried to defend Ben, and defending Ben in itself is a big thing. And you know, she ain't catch no bodies, she chilling. And I feel like right up here, over Bill. You know what? Over Bill. I feel like she could get a bit darker though. She could get a bit darker in the story. But I gotta say, she's still mostly good. And I put her right over here, above Bill. Good character. I can't think of many things she do bad. Only thing she really did that is questionable was call out Carly. But at the same time, she was just coming to defense for Ben. So I gotta say, she's mostly good. Now, we got Doug. Pure evil is Doug. Nah, Doug, he a good guy. He decent. I still gotta play through with Doug, because I don't know what bro did. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I'm gonna put him right here. Neutral zone. Hey, good job, Doug. Now we got Clementine. Now this is where you get interesting. We get a little controversial. So, Clementine, if we think about all her past actions, yeah, most of them, they were from a good place. But there is one thing. There is a couple things that stop me from putting her Angel in the Wasteland. First of all, when she got them pack of bullets and she accidentally shot bro in the head, hey, you can't, like I said, we got high standards here. You can't catch no bodies and be an angel in the wasteland here. Nah, we got high standards. But I gotta say, she does what it takes to survive. She can be a menace. I gotta think about it. The torture scene, you could be downright devious. I'll give her a range like I did with Lee and Javier. But I'll say at the top of, if you want to put her in the very top of how good she could be, I'll probably put her right above Jesus. But if you're like me and you took that torture scene a little too far, you could get all the way down to 35 minutes. But or survival morale, because at the end of the day, she was trying to survive. And hey, people gonna do what they need to do to survive at the end of the day. And I feel like that's kind of what Clementine is. But since I gave Lee and Javier best circumstances, I'm gonna give her right there. I'm gonna put her right there. Best circumstance, them mostly good. Duck, you did catch a body duck. Hey, Duck packed up Sean. He can't be up on here, but he could definitely be in mostly good, because at the end of the day, he is kind of just a kid. He's just living his life. Like, he's not doing nothing too bad. He's not doing anything good neither, but he just chilling. So I'm put him mostly good. Since he just chilling and he not actually providing anything good for the team, morally lost. Neutral. He's alright. He did help Lee out. So I'm putting him right here. Now we talking about Katya. Oh, when I think of her, I think of selfish. She was a bit selfish. Whether you like to admit it or not, she was. It was too much for her. She couldn't handle it. And she left everyone behind. It's really messed up. And I gotta say, she didn't really want to survive. I'm putting her in certified menace. It's a different type of certified menace though. She's a menace for what she did, but she's not a menace in the terms of these people. Listen, not because she was evil or anything, but because she was extremely selfish with that. I feel, at least, it is sad, bro. It's sad. Listen, a tear about to come to my eye right now. So let's get off Katya. Certified menace in the story. Now we got Mitch. He does have beef with Clem at the start, and it's all understandable. And I feel like with him, I feel like he morally lost. I was tempted to put him in survival mode only, but it's clear that he cared about more than just surviving. He also cared about his friends, and he'll do what Ben won't do. I'll say that. So for that, I'm putting him right here, underneath Molly, because he was trying to protect 10, man. He was trying to protect 10. People forget this guy. He's a good guy. Now we got Mariana. Listen, Mariana, one of the coolest characters. One of the coolest characters in the short time that we've seen. Maybe one of the best characters in season 2. She was cool. Top of the list. What can I say bad about Mariana, man? Rip Mariana. Why they had to do her like that? She just damn. Yeah, hold on. I'm really getting emotional over here. I mean, Mariana not even my favorite character for real. But the way they did her, it was dirty. And she had the biggest smile on her face. And then, boom! Now, we talking about Arvo. Oh, although we don't like him, I gotta say, he's not pure evil. He was getting beat to sleep like he deserved. But this guy, he is a menace. Listen, when he shot Clem, he was not thinking about survival. He was thinking about, let me catch this body before I go. Like this man right here, terrible person. You gotta go down the list, buddy. I'll put him right here. Why I got Kate right here? I didn't mean to have her that list. Hey, she's still a certified menace, but I didn't mean to have her that low. God dang. She's not pure evil. Okay, Kate moving up a little. Okay, I'm putting Kate right there. Now we fixed the certified menace list. There we go. Okay, Arvo, he over Randall and over Badger. I think these two, they a bit more evil than Arvo. Now let's talk about Nick. When I think about Nick, I just think about that scene on the bridge. This guy, IQ not all the way there, but he was trying to do what was good for the team. And he seemed so heartbroken after that. I'm putting him mostly good, because when you see the pain in this man's eyes when he figured out what he did, you kind of like, dang, I know it sucks, but I'm putting him mostly good. A little stupid, but mostly good. Now, Pete the man, Pete. With him, it's kind of tough because we don't know everything about it. Hey, I did see somebody comment that this might be AJ's real dad. I don't know about that, but I'll say Pete, he was the leader. He did look out for him. So I'm putting in survival over morale. Because I feel like at the end of the day, he was all about survival. And that's what he's trying to teach Nick over here. But Nick, he didn't get it. Now I think about it, I think Nick might be a little too high. I'm going to leave it though. Because it's not that bad if you actually think about the actual character and how he developed over time. Now, let's talk about Luke. Now, Luke, you know, he tried to help you out. He put his life on the line to help the group out. So, for that reason, I'll put him morally lost. Because, listen, if I got Lee down here and he put his life on the line in more ways than one, then Luke, hey, you gotta be over here too, buddy. You gotta be over here too. Above Reginald. Now, we got Mike. The traitors. Mike and Bonnie. So, with them, their intentions, I don't even feel like they really want what's best for Arvo. I feel like they just want to get away from Kenny. And, you know, I might be a little biased about this, but I'm saying all they thinking of. Ooh, I can't stand the backstabbing of this one though. It make me mad just thinking about it. I'm gonna say survival over morale. Survival over morale. Because at the end of the day, they almost certified menaces. They almost. In my book, they is, to be honest. But I can't. Nah, they getting in certified menace. They getting in certified menace. Hey, you belong there. But the reason I say this is because the betrayal that they did, it was kind of crazy to take all the little bits of food and everything. And I gotta say, it was really messed up if you think about it. But I do feel like they're trying to do what they thought was necessary for them to survive. I don't like them at all. I really got beef with them. But I'll put them in survival and morale. Because, you know, they did what they thought was best. And they ain't done anything too evil. Unlike my boy Arvo here. They kind of left Clem and Kenny to die though. They kind of did. So, you know what? Certified menace. If they didn't take all the food with them, they wouldn't have to be in this spot. But now they did. They are. I'll put them right under, you know, Troy, go above them. They on the same level of evenness as Abel. Now, AJ, this man, hey, my playthrough, this man is a certified menace. And I like every second of it. And best scenario, he could be mostly good because of the body with Marlon. And since we're going off best case scenario, I'm gonna put him mostly good. Mostly good, but this man, he could drop all the way down to certified menace. And honestly, certified menace is the best AJ there is. I don't care. Now let's talk about Rebecca. Now with Rebecca, it's a bit of a toss up. Listen, we know what she did. It's messed up. She's not gonna be a mostly good. No, she's not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I gotta say, she's kind of a menace. Listen, she's kind of a menace because she over here dilly-dallying with this man and this man. You know, since she ain't got nobody and she not as bad as these characters, I'll put her in survival over morale because, hey, she doing what it takes to survive. If you want to call it that. But, yeah, I'm putting Rebecca right over here. I gotta say, let's put her above Kenny. Feel like, no, underneath Kenny. Kenny wouldn't do such a thing. Right there. Almost a certified menace. But she ain't got enough to be a certified menace. So, yeah, Rebecca, character, all over the place. She ain't like a decent person. But she got some messed up qualities about her. Now we talking about Sarah. Now with Sarah, she wouldn't hurt a fly. Angel in the Wasteland. What can you say about Sarah? Listen. Only thing you can really say about Sarah is that she ain't built for this world. So, definitely Angel in the Wasteland. And you know what? I'll put her right Right underneath Mariana. Right underneath Mariana. Now, we talking about the Andy St. John's family. Ho, ho, ho. Boy, they was feasting upon people. Where do you think they going? What do you think? You think cause this man had a little sad face and when he got beat up and he figured out his folks got took, you thought that was gonna get him in 35 minutes? No. You eating people, my boy. And the zombie apocalypse only been 2 months in. 3 months. 3 months in, you already eating on people. You know good and well you were doing this before the hand. So, you know, nah, they gotta go here. They got to. Listen, I'm getting riled up over this. Because these people, they was really eating people 4 months in. They evil. Now, here's the thing that's going to be tough. Are they more evil than Carver? Because they do got that southern hospitality. They do. I gotta say, I think Carver, we gotta split them up. We gotta split them up. They seem like they are trying to do what they thought to survive, but they are menaces. They are very much menaces. But I'll say the mom, she does seem hesitant. I can't say they're pure evil. I want to say they're pure evil, but I think that they have a little bit of heart in them. A little bit of heart. So, you know what? Move Badger down. Yeah. Right here. They are certified menaces, but I can't do it. I'm sorry, but cannibalism is not the answer. You gotta go down here, bro. You gotta go down here. Pure evil. You not as evil as... Listen, I'm gonna say Carver, he's a bit more evil. But these guys, they gotta be here. Badger, out of these four, I think Badger might be the least evil person, because at least not feasting upon people. Now, McConaughey. She's survival and morale, basically. Only thing she seems to care about, honestly, is her kids. Her trauma, it really makes the story a whole lot better. And I feel like your choices can't really change her that much. She's a survival with morale. Good character though, good character. Now we got Larry. Now with Larry, he's a menace. He's a menace. I feel like if bro would have stayed alive, we would have seen a whole nother side of this man. So I'm putting him in certified menace, but he's on the brink. He's on the brink of doing whatever it takes to survive. You know what? I'll give it to him. He's doing everything it takes to survive in his eyes, so I'll give it to him. He's still a menace in my book, but at the end of the day, he doing what it takes to protect his daughter. So I'll give it to him. Survival over morale. Now, Violent. Violent, she seems like a good person. Kinda enclosed, not really the positive type, but she seems like an alright person. I'll put her in morally lost, because the loss of Minerva, she really remind me of Molly in a way. Not just because they both blonde, but because they both lost somebody that was close to them. Their outlooks on life, it seems kind of similar. So I'll put her underneath Molly. Yeah, kind of a neutral. Now we got Joanne. Now Joanne, honestly, survival and morale. I feel like she's doing what it takes to survive in that type of environment. She's not really that evil. I don't think that's too crazy to say, but I don't think she's that evil. Cause this is what I usually love to bring up. I love to bring up the fact that she's taking care of an entire city. An entire city of people. Hey, I'm just saying, something gotta be done. It can't be all handy and dandy when you got that many people. So I don't hold it against her. She's just doing what it takes to survive. Right over here. I will say we messed up the list. Cause oh my god, Kenny is alright. Get down here. Troy, you gotta go down. You more of a menace. Kenny, you gotta go down. Kenny, you a menace too. You a little bit of a menace too. I put Kenny over here. Alright. Now Conrad. I like his redemption arc and everything. I'll say he's morally lost. He kind of a neutral character. He doesn't do too much good. He go on his little revenge arc, and I always love a revenge arc. But I gotta put him morally lost. And he almost doing what it takes to survive only. But I feel like he's a good guy at the end of the day. Now the teacher. Now, hey, don't remember, this is a teacher that helped out all them kids in the boarding school and taught them how to survive. Angel in the Wasteland. Listen, she the only one that stayed. That gotta be an Angel in the Wasteland, man. Just look at the picture. It seemed like she was a good soul, and her story, it is captivating. I put her over Omid. You know what? Since she did such a good day, I'm gonna put her at the top there. Angel, hey, I said there need to be high standards for this, and that's the definition of Angel in the Wasteland right there. Now, Herschel, he's a neutral. I ain't got much to say about bro. You know, he'll do what it takes to survive. Stranger. Now this way it get interesting. I know Buddy do carry the gym bag with the zombie head inside. Morally lost, because at the end of the day, everything you're doing is try to protect Clem from who he thinks is bad for her. So I'm saying, this man, he went out his way to go try to help somebody. I put him right over here. Now, Ava. With Ava, I feel like Ava and Trip is almost the same character, except I like Ava a little better. Morally, she really just survived. I feel like she's way more of a survival or anything type of person. She is a good person, but I put her right up over here. Now, Eleanor, although she did betray Javier, the reason she did it is because she wanted to help everybody out, and I feel like that's enough to put her in mostly good. I'm putting her at the bottom mostly good though, because honestly, she didn't have to do all that. She went a little overboard. She didn't have to snitch and tell everything. She really backdoored my boy Javier, but she did it for a good cause, and it seems like she really wanted to help. I wish we would have shot more from her, but I'm putting her in mostly good. At the bottom, mostly good though. Now, Sarita, I guess morally lost. I don't have that much to say about Sarita. Like, Sarita, she kind of forgettable character to me. Only thing I remember Sarita in, honestly, is that she tried to take Clem away from seeing Carver get his brains all over the floor. And I think Sarita, if we saw more from her, maybe I could put her in somewhere else. But I gotta put her over here with Doug. Now, 10. 10. Hey, what can I say? This man, he was living life the way he wanted to live it at the end of the day. Even though he was kind of indirectly responsible for Mitch's death, this man, he wanted to see his sister so badly, and I feel like he was a good kid at the end of the day. He reminded me of Sarah a bit. But, yeah, I'm putting him an Angel in the Wasteland. But for me, the most evil person in The Walking Dead, it gotta be Carver, then the Andy St. Brown brothers, and then Badger. And then above that, we got Randall, Arvo, and Minerva. And further, the Angels in the Wasteland. We got 10. We got the teacher. And we got Mariana, Sarah, and Oliver. Oops. Oh, me. My fault. But how do you feel about this list? Do you think 10 is the epitome of Angel in the Wasteland? Or do you think that Carver is not as evil as Badger and Andy St. John? Listen, as I look at this over again, I ain't gonna lie, some of my picks, they kind of crazy. I don't even agree with all of them myself. But I'm gonna stand on business and stick by it. Listen, I got a lot more Walking Dead videos coming up. If you like the video, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you wanna, and We out. The subscribe and leave a like. Oh.